ஆஃப் பண்ணி அங்கே வந்து இருந்துட்டு ஆன் பண்ணி இந்த லிங்கை அனுப்பி கொடுத்துட்டீங்களா? அட்லீஸ்ட் உங்களுக்கு அனுப்பிட்டீங்க, எனக்கு ஒரு வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் அனுப்பிட்டாங்க. கிட்டத்தட்ட 1 ஆகிட்டு. 2 o'clock நீங்கள் ரெடி ஆகிடுங்க. நீங்கள் அங்கே நிறுத்தாலும் சரி, 2 o'clock ஆமாம் இங்கே நிறுத்தாலும் சரி. இங்கே வரீங்களா?
சார் வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. இதில் யூடியூப் லைவ் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு சரியா? ஆனால் இதில் மீட் ஆமாம் ஆனாயிட்டா.
Good morning and warm greetings to all. I am Dr. Marcelin Beno, Joint Secretary of IEI Kanyakumari Local Centre. On behalf of Kanyakumari Local Centre, I would like to welcome our Chairman, Dr. Arma Perumal Sir, Honorary Secretary, Engineer Nadarajan Sir, and all the IEI Kanyakumari Local Centre committee members, and St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering, IEI student chapter, faculty members, students, and YouTube participants. Once again, warm wishes and greetings to everyone. Today, for 100-hour program of IEI Tamil Nadu Centenary Celebration, we are hosting on the topic of electrical engineering innovations for sustainability. We all know sustainability development goals. There are 17 goals are there. Sustainable programs all over the world, all the organizations are organizing. So we are also proud to conduct this program. And the energy is a major one for sustainability. Their electrical engineering innovations are very much needed. So today we are planning to give 6 topics on electrical engineering innovation. The first session will be conducted by Professor Jesus Bobin, who is the Assistant Professor of St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. First, on behalf of everyone, I welcome him. His topic is now everywhere industry induction motor are the heart of the thing. Induction motors are the prime movers for all the drives. There the control is a major innovation needed one. Field oriented control or direct oriented control, like new innovations are there. He is going to give a short introduction about this innovation. So now I welcome Professor Jesus Bobin to present on this topic. Welcome, sir. எனக்கு பென் டிரைவோட எடுத்துருங்க. அதுக்கு அடுத்து இன்னொரு போர்டு இருக்கா? பிபிடி ரெடி பண்ணிட்டு வேற எதையும் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடாது. அதுக்கு அப்படி இருக்கு சார். திரும்ப எல்லாமே ஓப்பன் பண்ணி வைக்கணும்.
Good afternoon everyone on this online platform. At the outset, I would like to thank the members of IEI for providing me an opportunity to speak on the topic electrical energy innovation for sustainability. Today's topic, it mainly focuses on the performance evaluation of an induction motor. Induction motor is considered as an important load for traction applications as well as for industries. Earlier, DC motor has been used for traction application because induction motor is not suitable for traction application in the early days because the torque component and the field flux component are not decoupled. Whereas in a DC motor, the torque component and the flux components can be decoupled easily, so they can be used for, they can be controlled easily, and so they can be used for traction applications and also for other applications. So this topic, the presentation topic, mainly focus on field oriented control and direct torque control methods, which are vector based controls. So where we can decouple the torque component and the flux component of an induction motor. So these are the contents which are to be presented. So the problem with the vector scalar control method, then the need for introducing vector control method. Out of the vector control methods, the field oriented control method and direct torque control method is to be discussed. Then the problems with the conventional field oriented control system and direct torque control system, how it can be optimized further. So these are the contents of my presentation. So earlier, before 1970s, scalar control method has been used to control the speed of the induction motor. So the voltage or the frequency of the induction motor can be controlled. By controlling the voltage and frequency, the speed of the machine can be improved, can be adjusted, and the steady state performance of the machine also can be improved. But the problem with the scalar control method is it offers good steady state performance, but it cannot provide good dynamic performance. The reason is that whenever the load changes, the air gap flux linkage will not become uniform. So to make it uniform, we have to use some external methods. So scalar control methods are not much efficient. Then the phase of the current, if it is uncontrolled, it leads to electromagnetic torque oscillations, so which in turn causes speed oscillations. So there will be a change in slip speed also. So maintaining the slip speed constant is a challenging task in case of scalar control method. So this is the scenario in case of a DC motor. In case of a DC motor, the torque of the machine depends upon the armature current, the air gap flux depends upon the field current. So if you want to control the torque directly by controlling the armature current, we can control the torque of the machine. Similarly, by controlling the field current, the air gap flux can be adjusted. So this is the advantage of a DC machine. But the problem with the DC machine is that the efficiency is not much better when compared to an induction motor. So that's why we prefer induction motor over the DC motor. But the problem with the DC motor again is the torque component and the flux component are not decoupled. They are coupled together. So we need some arrangement so to decouple the torque component and the flux component. So one such method is vector control method. In a vector control method, the current is splitted into two components, that is direct axis component and quadrature axis component. So by controlling this direct axis component and quadrature axis component, the speed of the machine can be improved, adjusted, then the performance of the machine also can be improved. So the torque of the machine here is controlled by the armature control. So the dynamic model has been used in this scalar in a vector control method, whereas in scalar control method dynamic model is not used. So these are the various speed control strategies available for an induction motor. So it lists out the scalar control method as well as the different vector control methods. So this field oriented control and direct torque control falls under the category of vector control method. In a field oriented control, the direct axis component of the rotor will be aligned with the rotor flux. So as both these quantities are aligned with each other, this method is called as field oriented control method. So this block diagram shows the overall picture of the field oriented control method. So in this method, a voltage source inverter has been employed. So the input to the voltage source inverter is DC supply. It can be provided by a controlled rectifier. So the voltage, the DC will be converted to AC using this inverter. The firing angle of the thyristors or IGBTs used in voltage source inverter can be controlled by the output of space vector modulated block. So the output of this inverter is given to an induction motor. So this induction motor runs based on the supply available at the output of the inverter. Now in the feedback path, so the DC link voltage is measured. The DC link voltage is measured and it is given to the voltage calculation block. So the voltage calculation block estimates the DC link voltage and it is given as input to the flux estimator. So the flux estimator will estimate the flux required in the air gap. Similarly, a sensor will be placed in the induction motor in the stator winding. The stator current is measured, that is IA, IB and IC. So these quantities are measured and it is given to the Clark transformation block. It undergoes a Clark transformation where three-phase parameters are converted into two-phase quantities. They are alpha and beta components. So here, so the phase current will be converted into alpha and beta parameters or quantities. And these alpha and beta quantities also plays a vital role in the estimation of the flux. So this alpha and beta parameters are given to a Park transformation block, where the alpha beta parameters are converted into DC like components. They are direct axis and quadrature axis components. So ID and IQ will be similar to direct axis and quadrature axis components. So this ID and IQ are given to the comparator, where the set values, that is ID, the ID is a set value and IQ is a set value for the quadrature axis component. So this direct axis component and quadrature axis component are compared with the reference or set values, The error in values. So this is the error in quadrature axis component. This is the error in quadrature axis component and a direct axis component. They are provided as input to the PI controller. So for a PI controller, the KP and KI are tuned. So this output is given to a inverse part transform block, where direct axis current and quadrature axis current are converted into alpha beta components. So based on this alpha beta values, the inputs are given to a space vector modulated block, where the voltage vectors are defined for the block, and based on the values of VA and V beta, space vectors will be selected. That is, the voltage vector for VA, VB and VC will be selected. So this estimation depends upon the value of the direct axis voltage, quadrature axis voltage and the air gap flux. So based on the values, the voltage vectors are selected. So this is given as input to the firing module of the voltage source inverter. So based on this input, the input is given to the firing pulse of the voltage source inverter, and the voltage source inverter in turn produces the required voltage at the output terminal of the induction motor. So so this output of the inverter is the input to the induction motor. So thus the speed of the induction motor and the performance of the induction motor can be effectively controlled. So this is how the transformation takes place in an induction motor. I told about the 3-phase into direct axis and quadrature axis transformation, and also about the DC like component transformation, that is alpha beta to direct axis and quadrature axis transformation. So in Clark transformation, so the 3-phase parameters are converted to alpha beta components using this conversion formula. So this is the alpha beta components. So it is also similar like AC quantities. To convert this alpha beta parameters into DC like component,
Good morning to all and all present here. Good afternoon to all and all present here. This is Abraham. I was working as an assistant professor in St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. So I am happy to be a part of this grand event, and so let me share the presentation. Hope everyone can see the presentation.
yes sir.
Okay, thank you. So today my topic was energy efficient innovations for sustainability. So our original topic, that is our overall topic, was electrical engineering innovations for sustainability. So in which I have taken energy efficient innovations for sustainability. So as you know, we are in a terrific moment, critical moment of saving energy. So if you are not taking any action as of now, then our future is unpredictable. Whether our future can sustain in this world, we cannot say, right? So it is the need of the hour to take some energy efficient steps It is the need of the hour to implement the innovations in electrical engineering to create a sustainable world. So in this topic, I'm going to explain what are the energy efficient methods, what is energy efficiency, and how it relates with energy conservation. What are the energy efficient appliances that are currently in the market? And finally, I'm going to touch about what are the energy efficient innovations, recent innovations for sustainability, right? So the session outcome is, if you clearly listen to this presentation, you can understand the ways
நம்ம இதை
of
அப்லோட் பண்ணிட்டு
improving
தான்
the
செய்யணும்.
energy efficiency in electrical appliances to create a sustainable future. Right? So before, these are the contents I'm going to present. Energy conservation. I'm going to teach about energy conservation.
அதை
Then I'm going to relate the energy
நைட்
conservation with the energy efficiency.
ஃப்ரெண்ட் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து
What is energy efficiency? And energy efficient appliances. It is energy efficient motors, energy efficient transformer, energy efficient lighting system, energy efficient fan. Finally, the recent innovations in energy efficient technologies.
ஒரு தடவை தர மாட்டேன் 1 hour 2 hours
Also, energy decision to use less energy. See, energy conservation is nothing but some actions, simple actions that we perform in order to reduce the consumption of electrical energy. An example is turning off the light when not in use. It is an energy conservation method of saving the energy, right? Similarly, when you are not in the hall, right, your TV may be simply running without any person. So this is a waste of energy. So when leaving the hall, it is our necessary work to turn off the TV. So these are all the energy conservation steps. So another example is when your mobile phone is not in charging, you have to unplug it. Right? That is an energy conservation method. Using many of your homes are using refrigerators. So defrost the refrigerator then and then so that it consumes less energy. So these are some of the examples of energy conservation. So why it is important to follow these energy conservation steps? So typically nowadays the energy generation, the major energy generation is from fossil fuels in the sense coal, oil, natural gas. So these are the primary energy sources. Now these sources are used as the used to generate the power nowadays. Now we are in a situation of being exhausted. These primary energy resources are getting exhausted or getting depleted from our earth. What happens if it gets depleted? So if it gets depleted, then we don't have enough energy sources, then we did not get enough power to run the entire world. So if you consider your home, if you consider your office, if you want to go to some place, we need electrical energy. We need electrical energy generation. If these fossil fuels are depleted from our earth, then the power generation will not be there. So if you follow these energy conservation steps, then it is possible to delay, right? To delay the it can be delayed so that the fossil fuels can be extended for some more years. So that is one of the primary reasons of following energy conservation. Then it helps the environment. So burning the coal leads to carbon dioxide emissions and other greenhouse gas emissions like nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane gas, CF6, chlorofluorocarbon. So these are poisonous for our earth, which can contribute to global warming. When you follow the energy conservation steps, right, it will reduce the amount of fossil fuels burned, consumption of the fossil fuels, and give us enough time to develop alternative energy solutions. This is another advantage. And the third advantage is you can save your money. So using less energy, right? Using less energy, when you follow the energy conservation steps in your home, certainly you can reduce your electricity bill. Right? So that is also another important advantage. So this is about the energy conservation. If you follow these energy conservation steps, we can help the environment, we can protect the environment, we can save the fossil fuels, we can save your right. So now what is energy efficiency? So energy conservation is nothing but the actions that you take to save the energy. And energy efficiency is nothing but the use of less energy to perform the same task or produce the same result. That is, with the recent technologies, with some innovative technologies, we can produce the same output with reduced energy. That is the energy efficiency, right? So, for example, nowadays LED lights are getting more popular. So, LED light bulbs are energy efficient light bulbs. So, in older days, we have been using incandescent fluorescent, right? So, that incandescent bulbs give energy and it produces heat energy that will that will consume more energy. Whereas the LED bulbs use semiconductor technology, it uses less energy. So implementing or installing LED light bulbs in your home will consume less energy. So it is an energy efficient technology. Similarly, in our homes there are a lot of appliances like TV, refrigerators, washing machines. So all these appliances are in our. So nowadays the appliances are coming with a star rated, 3 star rated label. So which indicates that 5-star rated indicates it is highly efficient. So you have to buy the efficient appliance with a high star rated. So which will reduce the consumption of energy. So what means 5-star rated? 5-star rated equipments are built with advanced technology to consume less energy. Right? So this is another example of energy efficiency. Similarly, energy efficient manufacturing technologies facilities use less energy to produce goods. So this is about the examples of energy efficiency. So energy efficiency is the method of using less energy to perform the same task. That is the energy efficiency. You have to clearly understand the difference between this energy efficiency and energy conservation. So in your home, if you implement the energy efficient technologies, right, then your home will become an energy efficient home, right? For example, installing energy efficient lights, energy efficient appliances, then using the natural daylight during the daytime, then implementing a proper insulation to your home. So following these steps will make your home energy efficient home, right? So here I am given a pyramid. This pyramid shows the energy efficiency pyramid, right? So it shows it has 3 levels in the saving of energy. It has 3 levels. First level is the energy conservation. So this level, right? This level, everyone should follow. Every individual can follow. This is not much complex. It is very simple. Energy conservation steps. So as I said, energy conservation, I have given the example there. You can turn off the light and catch it. You can turn down the thermostat. You can unplug the appliances. You can take a short showers, right? You can etc. Right? So you can defrost the refrigerators then and now. Load the washing machines for full load conditions. So like these, follow these steps. These are the examples of energy conservation. So this is the first level of energy efficiency. And if you are comfortable, if you are following this, you can move on to the next level of energy efficiency. That is the energy efficient systems. Install energy efficient systems in your home. Install energy efficient LEDs. Improve insulations, windows, roof insulation. Improve the insulation in your home. And use energy efficient appliances. Conduct energy audit. So these steps will reduce the consumption of energy, but it produces the same output. Right? So this is the second level. And if you are familiar, if you are comfortable, if you are doing these steps, then you can move on to the third level. So third level is renewable energy technologies, implementation of renewable energy technologies. So renewable energy technologies like solar, wind power, geothermal, biomass. So these energies or the power from these the renewable energy sources will not harm the environment, will not harm the earth, will not harm the humans. Right? So following these, adapting these technologies will create a sustainable world, will create a sustainable future. Okay. So these are the 3 levels of energy efficiency. right? This is called as the energy efficiency plan, right? So the next one. So if you follow these steps, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of energy efficiency? There are certain benefits, like there are environmental benefits, there is economic benefits, there is utility system benefits, there is health benefits. So these are some of the benefits. How the environment is benefited? How the environment gets benefited? So when you reduce the consumption of energy through energy efficient technologies, right? So the release of poisonous gases carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, and these emissions will be reduced with the aid of the energy efficient systems. If the emission of poisonous gases is reduced, right, then immediately the environment gets benefited. This poisonous gas get polluting the environment, and it makes the global our earth to our earth that is, it makes the temperature of our earth to increase. So controlling these poisonous gases emission, it will give more benefits to the environment. Acid rains will be reduced. Right? The climate change will be reduced. Climatic conditions are nowadays changing dramatically. It is because of the emission of poisonous gases into the atmosphere. If we are adapting the energy efficient systems, it brings more and more environmental benefits. Together, it also brings the economic benefit. So energy efficient systems will reduce the consumption of energy. It means it will reduce the electricity bills in your home. So electricity bills will be reduced. You can save your pocket money, right? Then similarly, you can get the utility system benefits. So in your home, if you are following these energy efficient technologies, you can save a considerable amount of energy. So similarly, if your neighboring homes are using the energy efficient technologies, then altogether, right, in a village, we can save a huge amount of energy, and this energy can be used for any other neighbor villages or neighbor cities, right? What is the thing is, you can save the generation. So if the demand is more, right? If the demand is more, then the government has to move on to new generation. So if the energy efficient systems, if you follow energy efficient systems effectively, then we can save the considerable amount of energy, and that can be used for new village or new systems. So the new generation can be limited, can be reduced. So the cost that is required for a new generation system, and that can be reduced. So that is one of the benefits of energy efficiency. Then finally, health benefits. So as I said, the environmental benefits, we can also have the health benefits. The pollution is reduced. If you are getting clean and free air, then there will not be any health problems. That is one of the main benefits. So energy efficient system, following the energy efficient technologies, it brings a lot of benefits. It brings more advantage to our health. It brings more advantage to our health. It brings more advantage to our life. It brings more advantage to our neighborhoods. Right? So these are the benefits of energy efficiency. Inside the industry, right, through conveyors. So for every application, motors play a major role. So if you consider the motors, it intakes, right, the electrical energy and converts it into energy. So if you take the electrical energy, right, as shown in the diagram, the input power is 100%, windage and friction. So all these losses, right, will are making major impact. If you consider a single motor, it is 92.4% only, and around 7.6% is lost. 7.6% of the power is lost in this one motor. In big industry, there will be a number of motors. So if you calculate a huge amount of energy will be lost by the motor only. So you have to reduce these losses. Most due to the design, which reduces losses due to lower operating densities. Right? Then stator I square R. So and similarly rotor I square R, that is copper losses. So use of more copper and larger conductor area increases cross-sectional area of the windings, and this will help to lower the resistance. When the cross-sectional area is more, right, it will lower the resistance of the windings. The resistance is equal to rho L by A, right? So it will reduces the resistance and reduces the losses due to current. Similarly for rotor I2R. And the friction and windage loss can be reduced by using low loss fan design, right? And similarly the stay load loss can be designed, it can be reduced by use of optimized design modified with the help of additional materials and the use of quality materials in the manufacturing process. But however, by following these technologies will increase the motor cost, right? But however, the energy consumption is higher. That is, the energy consumption is higher. What are the techniques? These are the technical aspects of energy efficient motors. The energy efficient motors, right? So they last longer and they may require less maintenance, right? So energy efficient motors at a lower temperature, the grease, right? There is the grease in the bearing, in the rotating part. There is a grease, so that will last longer for the energy efficient motors. And also the required time between re-greasing increases, right? The maintenance is reduced. Lower temperatures translate to long-lasting insulation. So insulation, we don't need to do insulation repeatedly. Again, the maintenance cost is reduced. Motor life doubles for each 10-degree reduction in operating temperature. So that is the reason it is the need of the hour to go to the energy efficient motors. Then electrical power problems, especially poor incoming power quality, can affect the operation. Speed control is crucial, right? In case of induction motors, the slip is a measure of motor winding losses. The lower the slip, higher the efficiency. The slip is lower, higher efficiency. In induction motors, the slip plays a major role. So less slippage in energy efficient motors results in speed about 1% than in standard power motors. And then the energy efficient transformers. So a transformer also plays a role in electrical distribution systems. So most energy loss in dry type transformers occurs through heat or vibration from the core. Nowadays, the dry type transformers are used, but it consumes more energy. So what we have to do? We have to switch on to the energy efficient transformers. So energy efficient transformers minimize the losses. The conventional transformer is made of silicon alloyed iron core. And the iron loss in transformers, the iron loss is common. And it depends on the type of core used. So here in normal transformer, in normal dry type transformers, silicon alloyed iron core is used. The latest technology is in transformer, right? In transformer core, the latest technology is used to use amorphous material. Amorphous is nothing but a metallic glass or alloy, right? That is the recent technologies that is used to design the transformers. So the advantage of this amorphous material is the reduction in energy loss over conventional transformers is roughly around 70%. Remember, imagine the 70% of the loss is reduced in amorphous material. So the efficiencies are increased even at low loads. So 98.5% efficiency is increased. Efficiency can obtain 98.5% efficiency at 95% of flow. So that is the reason you have to go for energy efficient transformers. The transformers with amorphous metal cores provide excellent opportunity to conserve energy right from the insulation. So this is the diagram of the amorphous material construction. So the initial cost will be higher for these transformers. Though it is higher, the overall benefit towards energy saving is more, and it will compensate for the higher initial investment. Right? So this is about the energy efficient transformer, and here I have given a comparison. I have taken this from a popular transformer manufacturing company. So here, so the first column indicates the transformer rating, the three-phase transformer, right? 25 kVA, 100 kVA, 250,000, and a different rating transformer are given. And the second column indicates the core losses with the best grade of the CR Geo steel, right? And then the third column indicates the core loss with amorphous material. The fourth column indicates the percentage loss reduction. So if you consider the 25 kVA transformer, in the ordinary transformer, the core loss is 80 watts, whereas in amorphous material it is only 28 watts is lost. Can you see the difference? That is 65% of loss is reduced with amorphous material. Similarly, when you go for the 1000 kVA, the core loss with the ordinary transformer is 1800 watts. When you go for the amorphous material, it is only 350 watts. Around 77% of energy is reduced in energy efficient transformers. Which is the main thing. That is a notable thing. So a sufficient amount of energy can be reduced in energy efficient appliances. That is transformers. Not only in transformers, it is applicable to all. A huge amount of energy can be reduced. And then can go for the next one, that is energy efficient lighting system. So energy efficient lighting, if you are going to choose a new lighting system, there are three considerations. There are three primary considerations to ensure the energy efficiency in lighting system. One is the selection of most efficient light source. You have to select the best source. So the light source that we are selecting, it has to minimize the consumption as well as cost. If it does, then it is an energy efficient. So it is very important. Selecting the most efficient light source is important. Matching the proper lamp type. So then the next is we have to select the matching lamp. That is, if you are working in an office, your lamp, that is the light you are choosing should be compatible to work. If you are choosing a light for your living room, then you have to choose the light depending upon the area. So you have to match the proper lamp type to the intended work, right? That is the second one. Then the third is establishing adequate light levels without compromising the productivity, right? So you have to choose the adequate light levels, lumens. If you're replacing a particular light having 100 lumens, then the energy efficient light that you are going to replace, it should also have approximately equal to 100 lumens. So these are the three primary considerations in choosing a perfect lighting systems. Then energy efficient lighting controls. So not only choosing a lighting system, right? If you're choosing LED light in your home, that is good. You are going for energy efficient systems. Again, beyond that, we have to go for lighting controls, energy efficient lighting controls. So there are four types of energy efficient lighting controls. There is occupancy sensors, timer based control, daylight linked control, and localized switching. So occupancy sensor, as you can see the diagram, when a person enters the room, the light automatically turns on, and when the person leaves the room, goes out of the room, the light senses the temperature inside, right, and it reduces the light intensity, and finally it gets turned off. So that is the sensor. That sensor is called as occupancy sensors. These sensors turn on the light using infrared radiations. And the next is timer based control. Timer based control. That is, if it can be be implemented in for street lightings. If the time is 6 p.m., then automatically it can turn on the light. So as you can see in the picture, if in the morning around if the time is around 6 a.m., it can automatically turn off the light. right? Such lighting controls will help for saving the energy, right? So that is the timer based control. The third is daylight link. This is also similar to the timer based control. If the day is turned on, right? If the sunlight comes out, then automatically the lights will be turned off. Right? If the sunlight goes out, then automatically the light turns on. That is the daylight link. Then the localize the switching. If you if in the veranda, there, okay, if in a veranda, if there are multiple lights, number of lights around 10 lights, or there are 10 lights in your home, right? So instead of having a common switch, it is better to have a localized switch. It is because in a common switch, if you turn on the common switch, all the lights will be turned on and the energy will be wasted because you won't be everywhere. Right? You will be in some place. It is better to turn on that light alone. So it is better to go for the localized switch. So these are the energy efficient lighting controls that can be implemented to save the energy. Right? So this is about the lighting. So far we have discussed about the lighting system. Now, what is the energy efficiency in fan? So lighting system and fans are commonly used in almost all houses. So it is very important to switch over to the renewable technologies or these energy efficient technologies. So conventional ceiling fans, right? Now talking about the fan, the conventional ceiling fans are built with AC induction motor and they consume. So the fan that you are having in your home, almost all the fans are nowadays are AC induction motor, right? Typically they consume around 75 watts, around 75 watts, right? And even some old fans, right, they may consume up to 90 watts. You can see the picture here, right? So regular ceiling fans consume more than 75 watt, but you see the energy efficient ceiling fans, it consumes only 50 watts. Even more advanced super energy efficient ceiling fans are now available in the market, which consumes only around 35 watts. See, around 40 watts have been consumed from one ceiling fan. It means when the super energy efficient ceiling fans are built everywhere, then a bulk amount of energy can be reduced and it will make our world sustain for the future. So these energy efficient fans is enhanced with semiconductor technology and they are built with a BLDC motor with microcontrollers. Even it can be operated with remote. These energy efficient fans can be operated with a remote and they consume 35 watt or lesser power with no compromise in hand delivery. So since the power consumption is reduced, the air delivery will not get reduced. That is the concept of this technology, and it can save up to 69% of electricity, and it has been star rated. It is 5-star rated by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency Government of India. So these are the advantages of energy efficient fans. So the energy efficient fans consumes very less amount of energy, but it produces the same output as the normal fan. So it is better to switch on to the energy efficient fan to save to or to create a sustainable future. Right. So here I have shown a picture of a fan product, right? A fan called as a Super Cube fan. So they are awarded as the appliance of the year from National Energy Conservation Awards from Bureau of Energy Efficiency, right? Because of their energy efficient products. Right? So such products are available in the market. So it is our duty to take care of the earth which we are living. So if you care our earth, then you have to switch over to the energy efficient products, right? So we have seen some of the energy efficient appliances, right? So they are also some innovations. Yes, they are also the recent innovations. But I'm going to now explain about the recent technologies in energy efficient systems. So electrical engineering as right energy what electrical engineering is more innovations, more new technologies are being inserted into the electrical engineering. because of the research work that has been done worldwide. So among them, the innovations are smart grids, electric vehicles, wireless power transfer, drone technologies, IoTs, right? So these are the innovation in electrical engineering. So if those technologies, right, those technologies are implemented in our appliances, then certainly our appliances or our products that we are using in your home, in our day-to-day life, will will save energy. So now let me show some of the energy efficient innovations, right, that are currently available in the market. So these innovations, some innovations care about the environment, some innovations care about the cost, and there are some innovations that care about both the environment and the cost. Okay. So first is the internet connected applications, that is IoT applications. So connecting and automating kitchen appliances, kitchen in our home, right? There is a TV, there will be an air conditioning systems, and in kitchen there will be many gadgets like we have refrigerators, we have coffee makers, we have washing machines, we have rice cookers, we have microwave oven, we have grinders. So many gadgets will be there in almost every kitchen. So connecting and automating the kitchen appliances can save your time, can save money, and can save even energy, right? So this is one of the recent innovations. So smart kitchen gadgets connect to your home automation system for convenience and savings. You can command your coffee maker, right, to be ready with a hot beverage when you wake up. So you can program, right? You can give command to your coffee maker to make coffee. So what it will do, it will make the coffee, it will turn on the instrument, it will make coffee, it will turn off, and it will be simple, right? No energy is wasted. And the technology inside the coffee maker is to consume less amount of energy. Preheat your oven on the way home from work so it is ready for making dinner. So everything makes simple, right? Optimize your refrigerator and freezer temperatures to minimize the energy usage. So in your mobile phone, you can read the temperature, everything regarding to the refrigerator. So with regard to the usage, right, refrigerator usage, the energy usage can be reduced. Then the smart thermostats. So a smart thermostat connects to a smart hub and phone, so you can program it according to your personal preferences and control it remotely. Higher end smart thermostats use machine learning to detect patterns in your home and optimize how your heater or air conditioner runs, truly fine-tuning your climate control system to save energy. So these devices record data you can use to determine your heating and air conditioning power usage patterns. So smart thermostats are used. Small thermostats or is said as a programmable thermostats. So these thermostats can be able to control your home temperature, right? Your air conditioners, right? So these thermostats, right, depending on the temperature within your room, it will adjust itself to save the energy, to save the consumption. Okay, so this thermostats will automatically adjust itself to the climate control system. Then energy efficient insulation. So this is another energy saving technology, right? Some new options include products made with the recycled materials like denim and automotive glasses. Others focus on renewable sources like bamboo and sheep's wood. And another area of insulation innovation is in achieving high insulation value with a lower manufacturing inputs. So the value of insulation is both its cost and its ability to keep your home at an optimal temperature. So insulate your home properly. That too in a home in a hilly region, right? If you're in a hilly region, so you have to maintain an optimal temperature in your home. So to do that, a proper insulation in your home is very essential. If the insulation is not good, right? then you have to go for and if you have to waste there will be a possibility of wasting more energy. If proper insulation is done, right, energy efficient insulation is done, then the temperature inside the home can be maintained at an optimal temperature. And no, if not, the temperature inside your home will be what if the outside area is very cool, right? Then insulation is not proper, then your living area will be cool and you cannot be able to live, right? So energy efficient insulation is another area where you have to implement in your home, particularly in a region, it is in the equator region or in the hilly areas, right? Then smart plugs and power strips. This is another area of innovation. When making a list of energy saving devices, you have to include some low tech items like a smart plugs and a smart power strips, right? So these devices make any device plugged into them smart. When you plug, uh, when you make any device, that is, when you plug any devices in these smart plugs, it will become smart. That means any lamp, stereo, or household appliances can be remotely controlled, voice activated, and programmed. So if you are charging your mobile phone with the smart plugs, right, then you can control it with your phone, or with your mobile phone, or you can control it with your voice. So once it is charged to 100%, then automatically it can turn off. So we are but manually charging and discharging. We put a plug and we charge our mobile phone. It will be there for the whole night. What happens? The energy gets wasted. So with the smart plugs and smart power strips, it is possible to save a considerable amount of energy. That is, the waste energy can be saved. So that is one of the main area, right? Smart plugs and power strips. Then the cool roofs. So the materials and color of your roof have a dramatic effect on the inside temperature of your home. Cool roofs are made with material that reflects heat. They are often painted or covered in a light colored material that does not absorb heat. A roof covered in dark asphalt shingles can reach temperatures above 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the hot summer sun. A cool roof is worth considering if you live in southern climates. So cool roof will have will maintain the temperature inside the temperature of the home, right? So they are often painted or covered in a light colored material that does not absorb heat, right? So these roofs are colored in such a way that does not absorb heat, and so it maintains the temperature inside your home for the living. Okay, so that is one of the advantages of the school roofs. It is also an energy efficient innovations. Then smart motion sensors. They are a convenience, right? They are also used to save energy around here. They turn on lights and other appliances when walk into the room, as I said, in the energy efficient lighting controls, right? Occupancy sensors. As an example of this smart motion sensor, when you walk into your room, automatically it will turn on the light. When you walk out of the room, automatically it will turn off the light. So by this action, right, you can save energy and as well you can also save your money. If you are manually operating, sometimes you forget. Okay? You sometimes forget to turn off the light. What happens? The light will be turned on for some hours and the energy is keeping wasted. So switching on to the motion sensors, the smart motion sensors, it is possible to turn on and off by sensing the person inside the room. Okay. So this is one of the innovations. Then high efficiency heat pumps. An energy efficient alternative for heating and cooling your home. High efficiency heat pumps work by transferring heat. In winter months, they move heat into your home, and during the summer, they remove heat from your interior. Okay. So this is much needed in some areas like Delhi, right? Northern areas is very essential because in winter, right, it will be very cold, right? Whereas in summer it will be very hot. That is the normal temperature of northern regions. So this heat pumps is much efficient in such conditions. So transferring heat consumes much less energy than generating it or using a compressor to cool air. Right? So this is another innovations. And the next is the smart HVAC vents. Smart vent systems give you the power to control the climate in your home. You may have a room that gets direct morning sun and does a swab in the morning. A smart vent system can sense the temperature and slow or stop heat from flowing into the room. In the afternoon, after the sun has moved to the other side of your house, that same room might get chilly. The smart vent can open to pour in the heat. Right? So if you there is these vents help to maintain the temperature in different areas of the room. In morning area, in one of the room may be chill and another room may be heat. It is a normal condition. In the afternoon, something difference in temperature may occur, and in the evening, again difference in temperature may occur between two or three different rooms. So with the help of this smart vent, you can able to maintain the temperature in different areas of your home. So these are some of the energy efficient innovations that are currently in market. So it is our responsible to implement these technologies, that is energy efficient technologies, in our home, right? Electrical energy innovations in our home to reduce the consumption of energy in order to create a sustainable future. So what's next for the future of energy savings? Adopting smart technology is a good way to save energy in the home. As more people begin to take responsibility for environmental stewardship, companies are in an urge to create a new energy saving technologies. What's the benefit? This technology reduces energy consumption and offers savings that quickly repay the upfront cost. So it is the companies, right? More companies are creating the new technology, energy saving technologies with the help of new innovation in electrical engineering. Implementing these technologies in our home will reduce the energy consumption and it reduce the cost. So these will consuming reduce the energy, right? Reduce the energy consumption will create a sustainability. Okay. So hope my VPT will be clear, and I am going to show a video regarding the energy consumption innovations. So you can look at the video on some sustained innovation that is getting us off the fossil fuels. So kindly listen to this video so that you can able to understand the different innovations that are getting us off fossil fuels.
சார் ஆமாம் நீங்கள் தொடங்கியிருக்கு. நீங்கள் இதை கொடுத்து நான் அட்மிட் கொடுக்கேன், இதை அட்மிட் கொடுப்பேன். அப்போ அப்படியே பண்ணுங்க, அப்படியே பண்ணுங்க. நான் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணணும் இல்லை, நீங்களே தொடங்கிடலாங்க. ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ஒன்றும் இல்லை, யூடியூப்க்கு தான் வரும். ஓகே.
I think they
So thank you, dear participants, for listening to my presentation, and hope you have got some idea about the energy efficiency and the energy efficient innovations that are available in the market. So can you follow the energy conservation steps and energy efficient technologies in your home to conserve energy to create a sustainable world? Thank you, and all.
சார் அந்த ஜிமீட் வெளியே வந்துட்டு அப்போ இனி பழைய லிங்க்கு எப்படி போகிறது? அனுப்பியிருக்கீங்க அப்படி தானே? சரி சரி, ஓகே 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 சார், ஓகே. என்னென்ன பண்ணிடலாம். இப்போ ஜிமீட்டு மட்டும் பண்ணால் போதா இல்லையா? ஆமாம், அதில் போனால் மட்டும் போதா இல்லையா? அதில் நீங்கள் உங்களை காணலை. இதை பார்த்துட்டு ஜாயின் நான் கொடுத்தாச்சு. நீங்கள் இருக்கீங்க. சரி, ஓகே.
So, good afternoon to all the participants and those who are listening in offline mode. I welcome you all for this session on the title Electrical Engineering Innovations for Sustainability, and the theme Sustainable Developments of the Nation and the Role of Engineers. And I thank IEI Kanyakumari Local Centre for giving me this opportunity to present this talk. So we had a nice, good 2 or 3 sessions so far on energy management and different other scenarios. I would like to present another important concept called Introduction to Open Source Software. Coming to energy management, coming to sustainability, we are speaking about the saving the energy consumption, energy efficient equipments, which are very, very important in this area, in this industrial world. And another aspect of this conservation is the application of open source software. This is related, something related to ethics and the financial situations. We all know what is an open source software. Open source software is one which has a public license, and we can download it at a free of cost without any ethical issues. So in this session, I am going to explain about the open source softwares which can be used by electrical engineers. So straight away we can go into the session. Once again, I welcome you all for listening this session on open source software for electrical engineers. So this is the main difference between commercial and open source software. There are many commercial software for various applications. And those commercial softwares requires huge investment. Though there are many student versions or educational versions with only limited options available in those software. To get a full version of those softwares, we need to have a huge investment. We need to pay in lakhs, sometimes even in crores. So that is, and open source software we can download at free of cost. That is the main advantage of going for open source software. The second thing is license issues. we know that open source software is published under public license. So anyone can go and download and use it at free of cost. We can also modify those software for our own requirement. So all these things we can do it in open source software. And in commercial software we cannot do that. We cannot simply go and download the software. For using the commercial softwares, we need either of the two things. One is we need a huge investment. Softwares are priced in lakhs and crores. So we need a huge investment to purchase the software, commercial software. So people with less amount of money or people with a poor financial situation, especially after the COVID breakdown and lockdown, introduction of lockdown, the financial situation of many industries, many individuals are getting decreased. So most of us cannot afford a huge money for using these or purchasing these commercial software. This is applicable to individual as well as industries or institutions, academic institutions. So we cannot offer or we cannot afford a huge amount of money for those. Second thing is, all these softwares, the pirated versions are available in the net. Using these pirated versions as a professional engineers, it is not ethical. Using the pirated versions, though we get at a free of cost, it is not ethical because huge amount of work is done on development of software. Huge amount of amount is paid to the developers. A huge sacrifice is done to the development of those software. We cannot just simply go and use the pirated versions, and we cannot neglect those their sacrifices and other works. So it is not ethical, and second thing, it is not even legal. Suppose any original developers of the software found that we are using pirated version of that particular software, they can go and file a case against us. It means what we are doing is not legal. It means if we are using pirated version of any software, it means we are not doing the things legally. We are doing some illegal or doing some activity which are not legal. So they can issue some notice, and they can afford a huge amount of, they can put huge amount of money as a fine. So this is the drawback of commercial software. One is if we want to use original version, we need to afford huge amount of money, or we need to give huge amount of investment for purchasing that software. And second thing, if you are not giving hope the screen is visible now. So these are the three issues in using a commercial software. One is we need to put huge amount of investment. Second thing, we cannot use the pirated versions of the software, which is not use of it is not ethical, and it is also not legal. And the third thing is maintenance issues. So if we purchase a software, it is not going to be stopped at the investments are not going to be stopped at the same level. It is not the initial investment. Say for example, we are purchasing a software version 5. If the version 6 is updated, we need to give, or we need to again give some money for purchasing the updated version. There is some small minimum amount of money to update the versions of the software. And whereas in open source software there is no issues of maintenance. Everything will be at the free of cost. You can download the latest version also at the free of cost. So now I am going to introduce you about some most of you might have already heard this software. Introduce about an interesting software called Scilab, which is an effective open source to MATLAB. Hope you all, if you are an engineer or you are in the engineering or any other technical department, either design or any simulation side, you might have heard about the software called the MATLAB, which is known as Matrix Laboratory, which is a commercial software. So MATLAB is a commercial software which you need to pay in lakhs to purchase that software. Right? It is an effective software for numerical computations, and Scilab is one of the equivalent software to MATLAB, which can be downloaded at free of cost without any technical issues. It is an open source, effective open source software, which is alternative to MATLAB. So these are the features, some of the important features of Scilab. It is an open source software. There is no license issues. It is under general public license, and we can download at the free of cost. Second thing is it uses less memory compared to MATLAB. So if you are using MATLAB, you might have known what about the versions, what about the spaces each and every versions of the MATLAB occupy. It occupies to around 20 to 25 GB of your hard disk space, and even RAM, it occupies almost 1 GB RAM. Scilab, it occupies less memory compared to your MATLAB, so there is no issue if you have a low version of your laptops or computers. There is no issue of hanging. So if you use a large software package, and if you use any large software package, there is a chance of possibility that if your system configuration is low, your system may hang. So there is no issue if you use this open source. And there are many toolboxes in Scilab. There is automatic modules management for Scilab. You can download any toolbox at the free of cost, and you can download based on your requirement. You can download it based on your requirement. So if you need a power system toolbox, you can download that and install that alone. If you are working in any optimization toolbox, you can download optimization or power electronics toolbox. You can download those power electronics toolboxes, and you can download it. Any software you can download at any time at the free. And this is the software. This is the link to download the different toolboxes for Scilab. And there is another feature in Scilab which is called the Xcos, which is an effective alternative to Simulink in MATLAB. And let us see how this Scilab software is applied for power systems, a typical field in electrical engineering. Power systems is a huge interconnected system where we will deal with generation, transmission and distribution, and we worry about energy management or energy saving in all aspects of power systems, either generation or transmission and distribution. And there we will see how this Scilab is applied, can be applied for power systems. There are different levels. One is it can be applied UG level for students. This is for students. UG level, PG level, and for faculty and academicians and other researchers, and even industrial. Okay, it is used for industrial as well as research level. And these are some of the labs which we have done in Scilab. Power system simulation, control and instrumentation, power electronics and drives, and digital control and instrumentation laboratory. So anyone can go to the website and download these manuals, and you can see what has been done in these manuals, or how these labs. Most of the manuals for these labs are done using MATLAB or C program. You can download and see how this is done in a Scilab, done based on Scilab. And this is the list of programs which are available for Power System Simulation Lab. This is available in the Scilab website, which I will explain the last slide. All these programs you can download. There is no issue. And here are a few application examples. One is power flow analysis. Power flow analysis, economic dispatch, unit commitment, optimal power flow, where we worry about the generation, we minimize the losses, and at the same time we do the operations economically. That is optimal power flow. We schedule the generations economically. Optimal power flow can be single objective optimal power flow or multi-objective optimal power flow. And then continuation power flow, short circuit analysis, either it is symmetrical short circuit or unsymmetrical short circuit. Stability analysis, how far the system is stable. Stability analysis of single mission infinite bus system. Multi-mission power systems using different numerical methods. Swing equation, equal area criterion, all these examples can be done using Scilab. And these are popular power system toolboxes. And these toolboxes are open source, developed by various researchers. MathPower is developed by Zimmerman, and PSAT is developed by Federico Milano. Right? These two are popular power system toolboxes used for research and industrial applications. And all these applications that I have said in the previous slide, like power flow analysis or economic dispatch or optimal power flow, continuation power flow, all these can be done using these two software packages. And additionally, PSAT simulation can be done. MathPower is a programming toolbox, and PSAT, the simulation, that is, we can draw the one-line diagram and we can simulate. Either we can run power flow analysis, optimal power flow, continuation power flow, all these things we can do PSAT. And the important thing is these two toolboxes are available based on MATLAB and Octave. MATLAB is commercial and Octave is again open source. And this is the sample results for MathPower. So this is the power flow results that is obtained using MathPower, which is created in Scilab. So what we have done is we have created the same MathPower toolbox, which is developed by Zimmerman, and we have created the same functionality in Scilab. So this is how a result looks like for 14 bus system. 14 buses, we can view the voltage magnitude at each and every buses, voltage angle, power generated at each and every buses, real power, reactive power, and the load. Similarly, we can also see the branch flows. So how much power is injected from bus 1 to bus 2. It means what is the power that is flowing from bus 1 to bus 2. Negative indicates it is a reverse power flow. It means for 3-4, we have a power injection of minus 23. It means actually the power is flowing from bus 4 to bus 3. It should be 4-3. That is the significance of negative values here. And we can also see the losses in each and every line losses, real power losses, reactive power losses. All these things we can see. And these are about the small introduction about Scilab. What can be done in Scilab related to electrical engineering. Normally, whatever the operations we hear that can be done in MATLAB, all those things we can do in Scilab. The only thing is, Scilab is a developing software. It is not IPSL. Open IPSL is a software for dynamic simulations of power systems. So in Scilab, for dynamic simulations, you need to do more codings. In Open IPSL, we can integrate this Open IPSL with another open source software called Open Modeling. So I'll just show that.
Reading. This unit அந்த பேஜ் நிறைய பேஜ் இருக்கும். ஆமாம் மீட்டர் எவ்வளோ யூனிட் ஓடிச்சு நாளைக்கு போதும். நீங்கள் அதை எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா நம்ம வந்து வாங்கிக்கலாம். எப்படி ஒரு வருஷம் வந்ததாங்க. இப்போ நம்ம டிசம்பர் போன ஆரம்பிச்சு மார்ச்சில் போடுச்சு ஜனவரி.
You can visit this website, and when you go to the power system simulation project, you can find many projects that are done by various students across India and various researchers across India in power systems using this open IPSL and open modeling. So you can integrate open modeling with open IPSL and you can simulate various power systems. We can perform dynamic analysis. Now, which is very important for a power system study. We can see, we can apply fault, we can apply load variations, and we can see how things are done. You can see this is an 118 bus system which is simulated using open modeling software. We know how big this 118 bus system is. It has 118 lines and 118 buses, of which we have 54 generators, 99 loads, 186 branches, it means lines, and 9 transformers. So that much big system can be simulated using this toolbar. And you can see when fault applied in any one of the buses, what happens to the voltage in other buses. So all these can be simulated using this software. So this is somewhat this can be an alternative to dynamic power system commercial software like PSCAD or Power World Simulator or this we call ETAP. So you can use this open modeling as an alternative to those software. So working on this software is a big session that itself it takes one day. You can just go through these websites and you can learn all this. So these are few softwares which are applied to power systems, and we have a few more softwares, eSIM, which can be applied for just show all these things. So this is for Scilab, which is an open source for MATLAB, and this is eSIM, right? Electronic simulation. This is developed by a team at IIT Bombay. It is called POSI team, developed by IIT Bombay, and this can be used as an this is an EDA tool. This can be used as an alternative to ORCAD or PSpice, those kind of simulation tools. This is open source. And related to electrical, we can use OpenPLC, programming logic controller, Arduino, and OpenModelica. We can integrate OpenIPSL with OpenModelica. eSIM, we can simulate the simple circuits and electronic circuits using eSIM. And we have more other open source software for various applications. Now, let us have an introduction about OC. Let us have an introduction about OC. OC is nothing but a free and open source software for education. Free and open source software for education. And this project is a part of National Mission on Education through Information Communication Technology by Ministry of Education, Government of India. Earlier, when this project was introduced, this is headed by Ministry of Human Resource and Development, MHRD. Now it is renamed as Ministry of Education. And this project promotes the use of open source software. This FOSI project promotes the use of open source software, and this project is headed at IIT Bombay. So we know that even in a single session, or even just saying, just a proper communication through a seminar or any single workshop or online webinar, no one is going to shift over to open source software from commercial software. If I am using a pirated version of a MATLAB, if anyone is using pirated version of the MATLAB, they are not going to easily shift over to Scilab in a single seminar or single webinar or single talk. So to motivate them to use the open source software, there are many activities that are given by this OC project. And these are few activities: the lab migration project, textbook companion project, and simulation or case study projects. So lab migration project is one in which the commercial or labs which are done using commercial software can be migrated to open source software, so that this is an important project which saves a huge investment to the institutions, educational institutions. If you are using many commercial software for different labs, the educational institution need to afford a huge amount of money for the purchasing those softwares and purchasing the versions, different kinds of latest versions, updating the versions. They need to put huge amount of investment. So if using this activity, lab migration projects, different institutions have migrated their laboratories to open source software. It means all the labs are done using open source software, and they need not pay any or they need not afford any investment for purchasing any commercial software. Because whatever there in the commercial software, we are going to get in open source software. So what is the need? That is one part. So, and these open lab migration projects, these labs are migrated labs are published into websites. You can show that website. For example, when we consider this Scilab, we can go to the website of Scilab and you can see a lab migration project. You just see completed labs. So in Scilab, various institutions have completed around 102 laboratories across various departments. If any one of the institution is willing to change to the open source lab and they have no idea on using open source lab, they can download the lab or lab experiments or programming from this website. This can be downloaded free of cost for any institution. They can download it and use it for their lab. Similar to this Scilab, the different for different labs, we can see different kinds of lab migration projects. We come to easy again lab migration project. When we come to the completed labs, you can see these many labs are there, and even we can propose a new lab migration that I am going to develop coding using this software. So, 4C team at IIT Bombay is going to recognize you for developing these lab migrations. And second thing is a textbook companion project. So people might have seen, or we might have seen different textbooks, standard textbooks with different programming at the back end. That is to get some knowledge, fundamental knowledge about the software or simulation. So textbook companion project is one in which people can code the different problems which are available in the textbook, standard textbook, and they can publish it. So this also will be honored by the team at IIT Bombay. Internship certificates will be given. And then finally simulation or case study projects. You can consider a single project instead of textbook or considering many programs or lab migration projects considering many experiments. You can take a single simulation or a single project and do it in any of the open source tools. You can do it as a case study projects. And these are some long time or annual activities by 4C IIT Bombay for promoting the use of open source software among the students and researchers. And always a contribution to the open source software development are welcome from everyone. And there are different kinds of softwares, open source softwares. I want to know how I am going to learn this open source software, because commercial software there will be many documentation. When you see any commercial software, there will be many documentation will be available for help for learning those software. But open source software, there will not be much documentation. Right? So one kind of documentation is different kinds of projects which are documented, which are completed, and which are in progress. That is one thing. And another project which is organized by IIT Bombay is called the Spoken Tutorial project, which you can learn any open source software at the free of cost. That is a Spoken Tutorial project. Video lectures will be given. You can learn by side-by-side method. Side-by-side method is nothing but one side you can split the screen into two. First off, you can keep the videos which are given by Spoken Tutorial project, and second part you can directly open the software and you can work parallelly in the software, which gives an experience of attending a real-time workshop. So these are the advantages of Spoken Tutorial project. You can learn various open source software by self. Second thing is it is a multilingual course. If you consider one software, the learning videos or course videos will be available in most of the regional languages. Most of the regional languages like Tamil, English, Malayalam, Hindi, All these regional languages you can view apart from English, right? That is one important. People from rural area and very remote background, rural background, you can, who are not familiar in English, they can use the multilingual opportunity, which is available in their own languages. And here forum is available to help on the website. Not only the videos for learning, if you have any query in the video, you can post it in the forum, which is available on the website, and experts can will be answering your questions in the forum. And if you want to do it as a certification course, it is also can be done. Online tests and certification will be provided by IIT Bombay. If your institution is or if the concerned institution is subscribed to Spoken Tutorial project, the student can do it free of cost, because the institution will pay rupees 5,000 per school and rupees 25,000 per college. And at the same time, if you are doing it individually, you can do it by paying rupees 250 per course, which is a minimal cost. And doing this courses increases the employability potential. And so these are the things I wish to share in this forum. Thank you very much. I once again thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
சார் ஜெயின் சார் முடிச்சிட்டாரு. ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் தொடங்கி லாக் போட்டேன். ஆப்டாம் சார் கல்வி ரைட்டு சார். ஹலோ, ஜெயின் சார் முடிச்சுட்டாரு. அதை பிரதீப் சார்ட்ட சொன்னேன். அவருக்கு எப்படி நீங்கள் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி கொடுப்பீங்களா? என்ன பண்ணுறாரு? அவ இங்கே அட்மிட் கொடுக்கணுமா? இல்லை அவர் உங்கள் அப்போ சரி அப்போ வர சொல்லுங்கள். அட்மிட் கொடுங்க. அட்மிட் கொடுத்து 5 நிமிஷம் தொடங்கினாலும் உண்டு. இப்போ உடனே வந்தால் நான் வெளியே போகிறேன். அவருக்கு அட்மிட் கொடுத்துட்டு போயிடலான்னு பார்க்குறேன்.
Very good afternoon, all of you. Today we shall discuss about the innovations in the BLDC motor. That means brushless DC motor. Here I am going to explain about the intelligent sensorless speed control techniques for brushless DC motor. So, how we can control the ordinary DC motor? Okay, that means the evolution of DC motor. First, we shall discuss here what are the contents I am going to explain on. Introduction about BLDC motor, then the structure of BLDC motor, then how we can perform the sensorless operation on BLDC motor, then what are the intelligent speed control techniques available to control the speed of a BLDC motor, then what are the results I have obtained, and what are the basic conclusions I have concluded. You can see it in the slide. First, what do you mean by the evolution? That means the starting history of a DC motor. That is, in the earlier days, conventional DC motors available. So, conventional DC motor means ordinary DC motor. Okay, ordinary DC motor is having what? Stator, rotor, then there is a brush assembly in the to feed the excitation voltage to the rotor. Then there is a commutators. But here there is a next generation, the permanent magnet DC motor, that is PMDC motor. Okay, that means the permanent magnet available in the rotor, but all other remaining things are common. Okay, that means as usual like a DC motor, whatever the rotor, stator, all are available. But only thing is what the ordinary electromagnet is changed to permanent magnet in the rotor assembly. Okay. Next, there is a brushless permanent DC motor. That is the BLDC motor. Okay, brushless DC motor. Then we can study about what do you mean by the sensorless BLDC motor. Since this series of IEI chapter is conducting the innovations in the electrical engineering, here we shall study about the innovations in the sensorless operation of the BLDC motor. So we can know about what you mean by BLDC motor. What about the introduction? That means brushless DC motor is one kind of permanent magnet synchronous motor powered by a DC electric source via an integrated inverter switching power supply, which produces an AC electric signal to drive the motor. Next, the BLDC motor is controlled using a three-phase inverter, and also there is the assembly of rotor position sensor and also proper commutation sequence by using electronic commutator. Yes, why we want to go for sensorless operation of BLDC motor? So each and every one will want to know this question. Why we want to go for sensorless operation on this BLDC motor? Actually, we want a combat size machine, right? Combat size means the efficiency should be more. Same time, the size of the machine should be reduced. So another thing, efficiency and also applications. All these things we are under the need of cost-effective machine. In ordinary BLDC motor, there's what a sensor is available. The usually used sensor is that Hall sensor. Hall sensor we will use to identify the rotor position. Why we want to identify the rotor position means we want to excite the what stator assembly. So the rotor position known means easily we can excite the stator assembly. So stator assembly excited means automatically we will get the rotating torque. The interaction between rotor and electronic that electromagnet available in the stator. Here also what the rotor is permanent magnet. I will show the structure of the BLDC motor. So rotor position sensor is eliminated here. Okay, it was eliminated. Then yes, at a time we want to know about the permanent magnet BLDC motor or a conventional BLDC motor. What is available? Here we can see about the what Hall sensor to check the rotor position of the BLDC motor. Where the north pole and south pole available, it can be sensed by using the Hall sensor. That is a magnetic sensor. Okay, the magnetic sensor will sense the position of the rotor and gives the signals to the appropriate switching circuit, that is inverter circuit, three-phase inverter circuit. Here it is a stator windings. Okay, stator winding is what? It is in between the rotor. Okay, so it is electromagnet. Stator winding is a electromagnet. Center there is a shaft of the rotor. Now, what is our aim? Our aim is we want to reduce this Hall sensor assembly so that the cost of the machine can be reduced. Then already we have discussed about the construction of the BLDC motor. It is having stator, rotor, and also stator is made up of silicon steel stampings with slots. The slots are accommodated with armature windings. This winding is wound with a specified number of poles. Usually it is in even number. This winding connected a DC supply to a power electronic switching circuit. Rotor, it is a permanent magnet assembly, the rotor. Number of poles are in the stator. So here, the electronic commutator function is same as that of mechanical commutator in DC motor. Okay. So this is a basic structure of a stator assembly of the BLDC motor. Here the stator of the BLDC motor is having number of stampings with the slots. This is slots. So all of you know about the slots, right? The slots usage is not to house the windings. Windings can be housed in the or wounded on the slots. It is accommodated inside the core of the armature. So stator windings, it can be made by what number of designs of windings are available. Similarly, rotor, number of types of rotors available in the BLDC motor. One is circular core with magnets on the periphery. This is core, circular in nature, but the magnets, north pole, south pole, it is what? Circular core. Okay, that is also permanent magnet. Then circular core with the rectangular magnets embedded in the rotor. The rotor assembly inside there is a magnet. See, the shaded parts are north pole, darkly shaded are south pole. This is south pole. Similarly here, this is circular core with the rectangular magnets inserted into the rotor core. Then working of BLDC motor, already we have discussed how the BLDC motor is worked. So it is clear that the rotor of a BLDC motor is a permanent magnet. Okay, the magnet is made by permanent magnet. Similarly, the stator is made by electromagnet. So the electromagnet assembly is nothing but the electromagnet assembly is nothing but what in the available in the stator. What's the purpose? For the excitation purpose of the stator, you will use the water. Yes, inverter circuits. Yeah, here it was detected by the Hall sensors. First, the position of the rotor should be identified. For example, now this position is identified. That is, so at that time it will be off. This switch will be off. That means it won't produce any Hall sensor signal. It will be off. Then next will be on. Then it will be off. Why? It was start to rotate. Okay. Once the Hall sensor identified the position of the sensor, the position of the rotor, it generates the signal and gives the pulses to the water, or gives signal to the switching circuit, that is inverter circuit. It will generate the pulses. Okay, this is a starting structure, step by step procedure. It here the two coils excited at the same time. See here two coils. First one, next two, next this will off, next will be on. Next two poles will be generated a Hall sensor. Okay, these are the various operations on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Here it is what general structure of the BLDC motor. So if you take this one, this is the rotor. How the rotating torque generated in the permanent magnet rotor assembly of a BLDC motor. See here how it was generated. See, when it was north pole, south pole, closest to the poles of these terminals. Here, actually, 3 Hall sensors available: H1, H2, H3. So these 3 Hall sensors sense the position of the rotor. How it sense the position? When it was reaches the near to this sensor, corresponding terminals will be get connected with the Hall sensor network. It will give a signal to this decoder circuit. Decoder circuit, what will gives? It will give the pulse, it will give signal to the electronic circuit. That is digital circuit, or it can be switching circuit. Okay, so this is that's why it will get excited. Okay, once it was excited, what will happen? The stator assembly gets excited. So it is act as a magnet. So stator is now act as a magnet. So already there is a permanent magnet. So permanent magnet and stationary magnet, it will interact. So which will when rotate means moving magnet will rotate. That is rotor. Here the rotor assembly is permanent magnet. It will start to rotate. Once it was starts to rotate, it will move continuously. Okay, for speeds up to more than 25,000 RPM we can achieve in BLDC motor nowadays. Its application is vast area in the field of electrical engineering. Nowadays, electrical fans available. It's a compact size, but the rotation RPM is larger. Most of the places we are using this. Okay, this is the general connection diagram for the sensor with the inverter assembly. Actually, here BLDC motor, here like a star connection, there is a winding ABC. Now the BLDC motor, how it was excited means this A terminal, C terminal, B terminal, that will be sensed by the rotor position. When it reaches the particular poles, it will generate the signal and given to the controller signal. So what is a function of electronic controller means? It will generate the gating signal or pulse signal proportional to the rota position sensor signal. That is called sensor signal. Then that signal is given to that controller signal is given to the wire, the switching circuit. So particular switch it will be connected. Then when it was on, it will give signal. When it was off, it won't give any signal. Particularly continuously it will give the inverter. So here inverter, here DC, right? So only it is called as real DC motor. Here the supply is DC only. But this DC is converted to pulsating AC by using this inverter. So inverter what will do? It will generate the AC signal and fed to the what? Yeah, this excitation connection for this status windings. Yes, now we can move to the advanced innovation. Generally, up to the back, you saw about the basics regarding the ordinary available conventional DC motor. Now the innovation was started. So innovation means new operation, new things, okay, new inventions. So we want to reduce the size of the machine. We want to increase the efficiency of the machine. The operating characteristics we want to increase. It's a entire thing want to be changed. That is said to be innovation. But we want to get a cost-effective one. Or we can get a cost-effective one. That is the important thing. Cost-effective means nothing but the total cost of the machine want to be reduced. At the same time, the efficiency want to be increased. Okay. How we can increase the efficiency? That is the thing. The efficiency can be increased by maintaining proper operation of the output and input. So efficiency can be improved by taking the proper output, obtaining the proper output. How we can obtain the proper output means by the design itself. It should generate it should produce the rotational torque as per the input given. Okay, so the efficiency can be automatically improved. Here the sensorless operation of BLDC. So it is a vast technique. So we can't imagine that it is a very easiest one to avoid the sensor and identify the position of the sensor. So sensorless operation plays a vital role. How we can avoid that sensor and capturing the signal from the rotor. That is the important thing. So without sensor, so sensor purpose, we want to sense the position of the rotor. The rotor assembly want to be the position of the rotor assembly want to be sensed. But here you want to avoid the sensor. That is the important thing. You want to avoid the sensor means you want to use some suitable intelligent techniques to sense the rotor position. For that, there is generally available techniques are this allowed. So the conventional techniques only available techniques that flex linkage, basic technique, based technique, free-wheeling diode conduction technique. So free-wheeling diode conduction technique. So generally we can use back EMF sensing technique. Back EMF means what? What's the use of back EMF in? Yeah. What's the use of back EMF in DC motor? Already you know. The back EMF usage is not regulate the voltage requirement for a motor. Okay, that is the thing. Significance of back EMF. It plays an important role. In DC motor, ordinary DC motor, how we can check the performance of a DC machine, ordinary DC motor, by using back EMF. How we can check the speed control by using back EMF. Actually, back EMF equal to B minus IR. From that, what? E equal to what? B plus IR. So from this, if you take this speed is always directly proportional to back EMF in case of DC motor and inversely proportional to flux. So inversely proportional to flux means nothing but back EMF whenever the excitation increases, the speed decreases. The speed decreases means automatically the speed of the DC motor will increase. It is inversely proportional. Directly proportional to what the old back EMF means. Back EMF is equal to what? V minus IER. IER of that drop is very low compared to the supply voltage. So what happens? Automatically, what? Speed is equal to directly proportional to back EMF. Okay, so back EMF, let's say why told in speed control. So here back EMF sensing I have system. Okay, now how to control the input voltage? So you input DC voltage to the efficient inverter controlled by using a PAA controller. I use the PAA controller. PAA controller is used to control the DC input voltage to the 3-phase inverter. Then this is ordinary method. Already available method to control the speed also. By changing the input voltage, we can control the speed of the BLDC motor. Then this is important thing, and this is that is the logo for sequence system and the artificial network combination used to generate the pulse proportional to the back EMF. Okay, back EMF generated by the rotor. That rotor back EMF based on that rotor back EMF, and hybrid system produce the pulse generation sensor. Then the next thing is apply the various intelligent controllers for tuning the gain parameters of what PA control. So number of the intelligent controllers are available for tuning the gain parameters. Here we are using the fuzzy input system, fuzzy controller, then combination of fuzzy controller with the ordinary available optimizations like PSO, GA, then GA is opposition based material forwarding system. Of techniques we are going to. So next one is direct back EMF detection for bus DC motor. How we can directly check the how we can directly check the back EMF of BLDC motor. Generally, we can't detect directly by using this intelligent technique or anything, but there is a procedure. Actually, 3-phase BLDC motor is driven with a 6-step 120-degree conduction pump. At one time instant, only 2 out of 3 phases are conducting current. When phase A and B conduct phase at that time, the current phase C is floating. When B and C is conducting, the current in A phase is floating. Similarly, next case. Okay, this kinds of resistance we can take 6-step 120-degree conduction. A transition from one step to another different step is called commutation. This commutation time is determined by the rotor position. Here we are going to discuss about the hybrid sensorless speed control of BLDC motor. Okay, what is present here means it is a hybrid. Where the hybrid means here the combination of ANN and ANFIS is trials generation. It is given to the 3-phase inverter. Already the reservoir reference speed is given to the machine. For example, the reference speed may be 1200 or 1500. Then what will happen? This pulse generation, for the pulse generation, we want to give what? One sense the back EMF and given to this antis and combination, hybrid and carbon. So what it will do? That is the important question. What it will do? It will do, corresponding to this back EMF, it will generate the pulses and given to the inverter circuit. That is a three-phase inverter. Even DC is converted to AC. So this what it will do means this combination and generation, it is having number of plenty of iterations. Okay, it is having the number of hidden layers. That hidden layers and that rules-based inference system will produce the incorporated signals, pulse, proportional to this back EMF. Then it is given to the inverter. That means three-phase inverter. So this three-phase inverter, what it will do, corresponding pulses will be generated and fed to the star connected stator assembly of the PLDC motor. So now the thing is, sensor is eliminated completely. Intelligent technique is used. So this is the innovation. Innovation means nothing but here that pulse generator is automatically or continuously by using this and this and assembly. Now we want to check the speed. That is, I am going to control the speed of the motor also. Nothing but the sensor operation. Meantime, we want to convert the speed. That means the actual speed is sensed by the sensor. That the signal is given to the compactor. Already the compactor has received another one signal reference speed 1500. Suppose the speed obtained here is what? 1450. The frequency is 50. Accordingly, it also increase the speed. So proportional plus integral controller will increase the voltage so that the controlled voltage is given to the three-phase inverter. Now the three-phase inverter will what is the proposed DC. For that it will be converted to proposed DC. Okay. So only for the pulse generation only you are using this one, right? In order to operate this switching circuits. The magnitude of voltage depends on this controlled voltage source. Magnitude of the voltage. Okay, right. This is the simulation diagram for this NTS setup. Actually, here this is the DLDC motor. This is the inverter circuit. So this is the the generated voltage. That means the back EMF obtained from the rotor is given to the that is also said to be the Hall cylinder. That is given to the ANFIS controller. ANFIS controller here there is a subsystem I have taken. That subsystem is having the ANFIS controller. That ANFIS controller gives the pulse to the Hall signal. So the Hall signal is now it is called as what? Censored position of the rotor. That is based on this back EMF. That is given to the neural network controller. From this neural network controller, the generated pulse is given to the inverter. Okay. What are the signals we can see is viewed through this scope. Then that here, see here there is a gate signal. Then A, B, C, three phases given to the PLDC motor. This voltage is changed or controlled by this PA controller. The DC voltage given to the inverter is controlled by this PA controller. Here I have taken this reference speed. That is 1500. It was compared with the rotor speed. Okay. That is can be viewed through this scope. Here that is the stator current. Also you can view through this scope. Yeah, here that subsystem I showed now, and fish. The ANFIS is having this three set of ANFIS controllers, that is ANFIS 1, 2, 3. Each windings, that means 3 phase windings available. So each phase I want to create this separate switching circuit signal or pulses. So this will produce one pulse, this one produce another pulse, this one produce another pulse. It will be connected to the what? Inverter circuit. So it can be viewed through all these three screens. All these three can be viewed through this scope also. Here for fuzzy influence system, I can give you using the Sugano not Mamtani. That is it will take on this all these inputs. What all are the inputs we have taken for this fuzzy influence system means nothing but the positions or the three positions of the rotor assembly. So this is an condition, that is input, hidden layer, output layer, and output we can obtain here. Okay. This is the thing. Yeah. Here and switching operations. That means this is called signal. What all other switches will be on? So now no signals is generated. So what will happen? The switches S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6 off condition. Then switch halt signal 0, 0, 1. So the switches S4 and S5 will be on. S0, 6. Then this halt signal 0, 1, 0. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. All next halt signal 0, 1, 1. Then 0. So how it was generated means these switchings are configurations are generated by the training algorithm of the artificial neural network. Based on that only it will generate the signal. So these are the switching pulses for the operation of the continuous operation of the DC motor. Okay, this is the back EMF of 3-phase DC motor. Corresponding signals generated by the ANFIS. Actually, this is a back EMF of the DC motor, DC motor. Then this was converted to signal, proportional pulse signal by the ANFIS. For this is for first one, this is for second, third pulse. So pulse signal 1, 2, 3, pulse signal is here. Pulse signal given to the switching circuit. Okay, based on this signal, the switches will be operated. The switches means that convert the electron switches will be operated. So after that, our AIE is going to control the speed. So sensorless operation of that method we have discussed. Here we are going to discuss about the operation of the DC motor with respect to no load condition, constant load condition, variable load condition. Okay. So constant load condition, how that means what is no load condition? So without any load on the machine, without giving any load to the machine, you can set the performance. At that time, without no load condition, it reaches the rated speed. Here goes the speed. Okay, so 1500. Okay. So 1500. This is the speed. So the set speed, our actual speed is 1500. Proportional to that, we have received the performance of the machine. So you can be able to articulate.
இதுவரைக்கும் நம்ம அப்படி கொடுக்க மாட்டோம். முன்னாடி ஒரு தடவை கொடுத்தா அந்த இடம் நிறைய மீதி வருது. அதுக்கப்புறம் போன தடவை தான் கேக் வாங்கி கட் பண்ணி கொடுத்தோம். ஒரு டான்ஸ் இப்ப வேண்டாம். ஒரு கிறிஸ்மஸ் பாட்டு வேண்டாம். கிறிஸ்மஸ் கேரல் இல்லாம
ஓகே.
நம்ம இப்ப கார்டு வருவாங்க சார். நம்ம அனுப்பிட்டு பார்ப்போம். அனுப்பி சேர்ந்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ப்ரோக்ராம் யோசிச்சு பார்ப்போம். நீங்க அனுப்புங்க நாளைக்கு. அப்போ ஒண்ணு ஒரு பாட்டு மட்டும் வச்சுட்டு வரவேற்பு பாட்டு மாதிரியா வேணாந்து பாட்டை வச்சுட்டு மெசேஜ் கொடுத்து டேக் பண்ணி முடிச்சிருவோம். அது பிரச்சனை இல்லை. சரி எப்போது தாங்க. சரி எப்போ தாரீங்களோ தந்த உடனே அவங்க அனுப்பி கொடுத்துட்டு அவங்கள்ட்ட பேசுறீங்க. சரி நீங்க பண்ணுங்க. அதே மாதிரி
So these are the various loads considered for the speed control. The first one is no load operation.
அந்த போட்டோ எடுத்து மட்டும் தாங்க சார். வாட்ஸ்அப்ல அந்த குரூப் ஆட்
No
பண்ணுங்க.
load operation, constant speed, constant load, and variable load. The reference speed obtained is 8,500. Next, for motor speed, reference speed 1,500. That means 1,500 is what? Settled. Then variable load. Here it is variable load. That means we are changing the load. So automatically there is a small break, and then it was now. Okay? And it was the load is given, the voltage gets dropped, so that the speed also gets dropped. So the observations on this technique, the observations on this speed control technique is no condition, there is no load, means the parameters will overshoot at 1,500 rpm, it will be 0%, there is no overshoot on there. Then at this speed 1,200 rpm, 0.0%. Settling time 0.03 second at this 1,500. Then it was for at 1,200 it was 0.032 second. Steady state error, it was 0.006%, then 0.009%. Overshoot, it will be 0%. Here also it will be 0%. Settling time for this constant loading was 0.032 seconds. Then it was 0.034 seconds. Steady state error 0.047% at 0.077%. Very loading recovery time 0.015 seconds. Yes, this is the second method how we can improve this percentage to the further level. There we have used a combination of AND and FIS. Here I am using the optimized and FIS controller. Optimized on FIS controller. The optimized on FIS controller. How? What do you mean by optimized on FIS and FIS controller? That is the thing. The optimized and FIS controller means nothing but it is having the optimization. The optimization is nothing but what? The optimization is nothing but by using some suitable algorithms of the optimization controllers, we can perform the speed control. So here, the similar thing and FIS and combination is there, but there is a new technique was included to improve the performance. For improving the performance, we are using the ADC optimization technique. ABBC means nothing but and B colony optimization techniques. So and B colony optimization is I have used to somewhat increasing the performance to speed up the performance of the circuit. So how we can speed up the performance of the circuit by using this NP colony algorithm. So NP colony algorithm, nothing but I can use the NP colony for generating the pulses proportionally to the back EMF. Already it was proportional to the back EMF, so somewhat improvement will be there. So all remaining things are common. See, the first speed is common. PA controller already it was controlled the input DC voltage to this circuit, controlled voltage source. So controlled voltage, whatever the voltage required proportional to the speed, it will be generated and controlled by the PA controller. So here I have included the ABC optimization. So ABC optimization here in this circuit also very similar to the previous case, but in the neural network controller here the ABC is included. Included ABC is used to produce the pulsated signal. Yeah. Here, how much volts can be generated? So, already commonly used antis conventional antis, 133 volts are generated. Yeah, 133 volts are generated. After what means training, testing time it was 0.7 testing 0.00 and 8 for the case of antifreeze, conventional antifreeze, that is 125 volts. So ABC based the antifreeze, so considerably the number of volts decreases. See, for the training timing also percentage of training and testing timing also it was decreases. The error was considerably decreases from 0.0732 to 0.0054. Here by 0.982 0.8689. So considerably decreases. The number of volts for the conventional antifreeze was considerably decreases to 72. Nearly it was divided by the percentage volts of decreases. So next optimized PA control. Here the optimization is for only the input side. On the other side it was generally ordinary setup only. In this antifreeze and based pulse generation circuit it was as usual only. There is no optimization outside included. But here A optimization is given to the PA control. So here I am tuning the input voltage to this BLDC model. Okay. So A optimization algorithm is given to the PA control. So how we can change the voltage by tuning the input voltage? That is why it was used to tuning the input voltage. So here the reference speed was given. Proportionally, what happens? Proportionally, the voltage will be changed, right? That voltage to be further tuned by this A optimization algorithm. So correct signal will be given to this PLDC motor. Okay, correct signal automatically to be given to this PLDC motor. So the thing is, actual speed is obtained from this PLDC motor. It is compared with reference speed. It is as usual. Okay, by as usual you will give the correct signal comparing to the input signal. Okay, the input signal is nothing but the now optimized value. So A optimization, artificial intelligence. Here also artificial neural networks was used. Artificial neural networks used to tune the controller. That's why it was used. Okay, here see the input side, the opposition based material foraging PA, that is the optimization technique here used to tune the PA controller. Here the opposition based material foraging OFPA, optimization based PA controller is used to control this input voltage, and the input voltage will proportionally changes the input given to this inverter. So the inverter will what will do? Already the switches are given to this gate signal, but the magnitude will be changed, right? The magnitude will automatically change. The magnitude change means the speed will be also changed. So the speed changes means automatically what? The speed changes means automatically here the actual speed will be changed. Now reference speed, actual speed, if it is same means no error. So automatically the error will be decreased. So that what will happen? Continuous operation of the PLDC. So the simulation results. So opposition based foraging algorithm. Position based vertical foraging algorithm, and PA. So combination of these two will be increases the settling time intervals. See reference speed 1500, very low, very low minimum time interval. That is right time is very low. The O should also know minimum. CO equals the O should is minimum. Okay, here the optimization, other optimization like genetic algorithm, PSO, vertical algorithm, OBFA, these are opposition based. All these are compared to this input side. That is the proportional integral side. That is the input side of this controller. So settling time here is 0.034. Then the genetic algorithm PA, it will be 0.032. Then the PSO PA combination 0.032 only, no change. The settling time. So 0.028 here. So the overall conclusion, ANFIS and based hybrid control is efficient in controlling the speed of sensorless DC motor. Then ANFIS and based control considerably reduces the complexity in mathematical modeling in the pulse generation circuit. An optimized ANFIS controller and a PA-based speed control technique for sensorless DC motor is to get minimum train error. The opposition-based vertical foraging algorithm is better in tuning the PA controller compared to various other intelligent algorithms in the sensorless control of PLDC. Anyhow, the innovations on this PLDC motor is somewhat actually different compared with the ordinary conventional control methods. He performed the sensorless operation. At the same time, sensorless operation and also the various techniques, optimization techniques are used. Basically, at the last time, the optimization for this PA controller, PA, GMPA, ESOPA, PPA, material foraging algorithm, opposition based material foraging algorithm, all are performed well. And also sensor less operations by using the combination of AN and ANFIS also performed well. Here we have the operation of the BLDC motor was discussed with respect to the intelligent techniques. Okay, I hope all of you have understood about this seminar. If you are having any queries, you can raise it. Okay, thank you guys. And also I want to thank the IEI student chapter of Kanyakumari Local Network, especially my Dean of Research and my mentor Dr. Master Guno sir. Thank you sir. Thank you.
It was a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, Pradeep sir. I hope everyone understand the session. Thank you. Next we will move to the last session within 2 minutes.